Welcome to the Portland Film Festival, presented for the fourth consecutive year by Comcast. We want to thank Comcast's team's tremendous support and commitment to independent filmmakers. Their ongoing support ensures that diverse voices are given a platform to share their unique perspectives on the world. We'd also like to thank Kerner Camera, Portland Mortgage, and Oregon Film. Find out more information or buy tickets online at portlandfilm.org. My name is Dayan, and I'm the Director of Filmmaker Engagement with the Portland Film Festival. And I'd like to introduce you to Lorena Gordon, the Director of At Last.
Hi, Dayan. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me and talking with us today. So I loved your film. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. What made you decide to take on this project?
Yeah, so I wrote and directed it. And for my next project, I wanted something personal. You know, my first short film was also personal. I wrote that for my mom, and I felt I had come to this place where I felt comfortable in who I was and in the skin I was in. And I wanted to go back to the Lorena in high school who was not confident or comfortable in her own skin, and what I want to say to her, right, that it gets better. And also that, she didn't get to, my younger self in high school didn't get to experience prom as I would have liked to experience it, right? Dress the way I wanted to dress or do what I wanted to do. So it came from this yearning of trying to vicariously relive my prom through this character and her journey of coming out. And, high school is so tough, right? There's a lot of things you're trying to figure out. So I just wanted to tap into that high school experience.
Yeah, well, I think you did an amazing job. And I especially appreciate how when watching it and seeing her experiences, she has the experiences that I would wish for every kid, adult too, but every kid coming out, the supportive friends, supportive family, the crush turns around and it's reciprocal. It just, everything about it was wonderful. What was there a particular event or time that you recognized that you wanted to be a filmmaker?
I think it stems back when I saw my first live action film, and I believe I was 8 years old when I saw Titanic. So Titanic was the film, and that ending, it was something about watching Jack Dawson drown, that I was crying and I could feel something, right, by what I was watching on screen. So I didn't have a word for it, I don't come from a family of artists or anything like that. My brother's a musician, but other than that, I had no idea what a director was, right? Or what, or the village it takes to make a film. So I just knew in that moment, whatever this was that I was watching, I wanted to be a part of that and tell stories and move people, whether, crying of joy or crying of laughter, and moving people through story. That was the moment for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you share any memorable moments or challenges you faced during the production process?
Yeah, so it was a bit, or not a bit, but it was very hard to get this project off the ground. First and foremost, it was scheduling everyone, right? Everyone had such a busy schedule. Zack doesn't live here in Los Angeles, he lives in Florida. And at that time, he was doing, award season for Peanut Butter Falcon. So he would only be here, on the weekends or anything like that. And then we're like, when is he going to come back again? And then George was on a tour. So just the coordinating of all of that, right? We needed one weekend. So we circled in a weekend in January. So literally right before the pandemic, January 2020, when we shot the film. Yeah, so we feel very fortunate that we shot when we did. Oh, hello.
This is Kaya.
Hi, so cute. So I think that first and foremost was just scheduling and getting the logistics down of the project, and we had to, once we had those dates locked in, we just had to do it regardless of anything that came our way.
So you had, I'm really curious about your casting project because you ended up with two very recognizable faces in your film. How did that come together?
Sure. So I wrote the role for James for Zack. I had wrote with a character with Down syndrome in mind, right? James was always going to be a friend who had Down syndrome. So once I saw Peanut Butter Falcon and I saw his performance, I mean, I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I would die to have him as my best friend. So luckily we were able to get him the script and he loved it. He was able to just connect with it, on so many levels. And then with George, I secretly was writing the role with him in mind, but not knowing whether or not, we'd be able to get him.
Yeah.
But it's just a testament to his character and him reading the script and also connecting with it and wanting to help an up and coming filmmaker on saying yes to a project like this. So super thankful for both of them and the rest of the amazing cast.
Well, a testament to their character for sure, but also to your writing ability. So
thank you. Yeah,
it was a very good script for sure. So did you have like when you were did you encourage improvisation with the actors, or did you stick pretty true to your writing?
No, I definitely love to have them, bring something else to the material, right? I'm not super strict on being married to the script. I always see it as a blueprint, but actors are always going to bring something new and something different, right? Something better, I think, personally. So yeah, there were moments. The one that comes to mind is when George opens the door and, James is in the front door. That line of Flash was definitely him. Like that was not in the script whatsoever. And it seems to be one of the most memorable lines of the film, him calling him George calling Zack Flash. And little moments with Katie as well. And the mom, with the whole parents. I mean, they've worked together, Marlene and George, before. So they kind of had like a shorthand. So pretty much all that interaction when they're waiting for her to come down and what they say to her is pretty much them just being parents. Yeah.
Sorry. So tell me what's next for this film.
So right now we're working on the feature length script at last. So we're super excited to expand the story. And you're constrained, right, when you're making a short. So at last, the short is 13 minutes. So we could only squeeze so much, right, of like who this character is, who this family is, right? And what happens once you do come out, like what does that look like? So we're super excited to get to explain all of that and show that with the feature. So that's what we've been working on now with the film.
That's great. What advice would you give a filmmaker just starting out?
To be really persistent and to not give up. You were asking what were the challenges. I mean, that's just one of the many challenges. Even in post-production, I had such an incredible post-production team led by our editor, Brett Thomas. But, we had to remix the film. So we brought another sound mixer on, Diego Jimenez, to remix the film right from scratch, because our first sound mix didn't work out so well. So it's just like not giving up, right? Then and there, we could have just been like, oh, well, that's it, right? But it was always seeing what the finish line looked like. For us, we just wanted to make a very beautiful film and not stop at, just settling for mediocre sounds and I would say don't give up, because there were many points of this, but surround yourself with good people, right? Because in the midst of all of that, I was surrounded by great people who saw the vision and really we pushed each other, right, to achieve what we were able to achieve with that last. And I think it shows when people watch it.
What do you hope people take away from watching your film?
In the beginning, it was honestly just a film I wish I had as a teenager. And then as time has passed and more people have seen it, it became of, life is too short, right, to not be our authentic selves and experience life the way we want to experience it, right? And to let go of that fear, right? Like the right people, and there will be people out there who will, love and support you unconditionally. And then there might be those people who don't, but the people that stick with you are the people that are meant to stay in your life. So I know there was a lot of that, when I was a teenager, of like, what if they don't accept me, or what if I don't have any, or if I lose my friends or what have you, then they were probably not friends to begin with, right? If I were just truthful with myself and to them. So I would just say, yeah, life is too short, so why not live it?
That's great. That's really great. So is there anything else you'd like us to know about At Last?
Yeah, so last month we launched on HBO Max, so now everyone that has access to HBO Max can watch At Last, and it's been great so far. We've had a lot of people who haven't been able to, come to in-person screenings or do the virtual screenings on the festivals that we've been a part of. So now they have it, in their living room and watch it. So yes, you can watch it now on HBO Max and spread the word.
That's great. That's great. Well, that's all the questions that I have. So thank you for coming out and talking to me. Sorry, my other dog now. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I don't have toddlers. I have Pomeranians.
Dogs.
So thank you for watching us this evening, folks. And thank you, Lorena, for speaking with me. Please check out At Last at portlandfilm.org, or check out HBO Max, or visit us. You can also visit our virtual festival lobby and connect with filmmakers and attendees at more. Again, that is portlandfilm.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Portland.